The longest side of a right triangle has length square root of 15. Which of the following pairs cannot be the lengths of the two shorter sides of the triangle? So let's just draw ourselves a quick right triangle right over here. So the longest side of any right triangle is going to be the hypotenuse. The hypotenuse is the side opposite the right angle. So this is going to be square root of 15. The length of the longest side is square root of 15. Now, if the shorter sides, let's call them A and B, we know from the Pythagorean theorem for a right triangle that a squared plus b squared is going to be the length of the hypotenuse squared. Well, that's the square root of 15 squared. Or we could say that a squared plus b squared is going to be equal to 15 for this particular case. Now, let's think about which of these choices cannot be the length of the two shorter sides. So square root of 7 and square root of 8. So what's square root of 7 squared? Let me just write it down one time. So square root of 7 squared plus square root of 8 squared. Well, that's going to be square root of 7 squared is 7. Square root of 8 squared is 8. This does equal 15. So these could be the two lengths of the two shorter sides. So that's not going to be our choice. We're looking for the pairs that cannot be the lengths of the two shorter sides. Now let's look at square root of 5 and square root of 10. Well, if you square root of 5, you get 5. If you square this, you get 10. 5 plus 10 is 15. So these could be the lengths of the two shorter sides. Now, square root of 6 squared is 6. Square root of 13 squared is 13. 6 plus 13 is 19. So these could not be the lengths of the two shorter sides. Let me just make it very clear. If you have square root of 6 squared plus square root of 13 squared, that's going to be equal to 6 plus 13, which equals 19, which clearly does not equal 15. These two numbers, the sum of these two numbers squared, need to be equal to 15. So this is our choice. And you could verify that if you take the sum of these squares over here, that these also add up to 15. 4 plus 11 adds up to 15. 1 plus 14 adds up to 15. And so we're done.